I attribute a lot of the stepping stones to every single, like, I'm a huge believer that if that the place that you are right now, the place that I am right here, is because of all the people that have been in our past. It's because of my father, my mother, my family, my uncles, my grandmother, the mentors, the coaches that I had while swimming. Because I had a national record.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went to world champs. So the goal was to be to the Youth Olympics team. I won a medal on the Central American Games. That is once every 4 years, which is the best ones of it. I went to the Central American Games. Won a gold on the CCCAN. That is the Central American and Caribbean Games. That was on 2019, if I'm not wrong, 2018.
Wow.
So, and that's when I was like, so a lot of those successes is because of every single person. So yeah, man. I dictate a lot of the not success because. Okay, I haven't bought a house in Frankfurt, man. So when I tell you that,
lovely, bro.
yeah, that'd be lovely, man. That is the, like, I've been to Frankfurt, I've seen the houses, a couple of my friends live over there, and it's wow, man. That's so when I do that, I'll be like, okay, or something like, or in Durbanville, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Frankfurt, I like it. Stellenbosch is too much of a college town for me.
Yeah.
Or it's like too oldish in that sense.
So that's what success looks like to you, getting that house. Is that the main goal right now?
Yeah. I do want to be like a typical Afrikaners, or like a typical 3-bedroom house, a bucky.
Big garden.
Yeah, big garden, braai, there we go. Beautiful lady by the side, all that stuff.
So I got 2 questions for you there. So the first one is, you mentioned, like, you just listed off so many cool achievements you've done. That you've left your home country, you've gone to America, you've climbed up the ladder, you've come here, you started a business, you were Guatemala national swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that is super difficult to accomplish, and I struggle with this idea of like discipline and motivation, because it feels like the things that you're meant to do just kind of come to you naturally.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it is also an aspect of you fall in love with the thing.
Yeah.
I heard the story from Scott Galloway talking about this Persian tiler he knows. And this guy is the best tiler in New York City. He knows tiles inside and out.
Mm-hmm.
It's he can tell you what the material's made out of, how it breaks.
Master.
In
the craft.
And he was from Iran or something like that, came from a very poor background, and now he's doing super well for himself, and he pays the bills, he's really good at what he does. And then Scott Galloway asked the question, do you think he wanted to be a tiler when he grew up?
Oh, wow.
Probably not.
Probably not, yeah.
But he started it and he became good at it, and he just kind of continued with it. So I struggle with, do you have to force yourself to achieve great things, or do you just have to follow a passion, and if you're passionate about it, you'll achieve it? What do you think is the answer? With all these things that you did so well at, was it just like you loved doing it and that's why you kept doing it? Or were you there trying to tell yourself, like, I have to be great, I have to keep going?
Okay, so I started swimming when I was 20 months.
Oh, wow. Less than 2 years old.
Yeah. And then I stopped swimming until I was 24, I think. And now I go back into swimming. So I'll be doing the Robben Island crossing, the 7th of May. I hated swimming. My entire life, I hated it, man. I hated it. So that thing about following your passions, I think is bullshit. I think you gotta find, I think us as human beings, we try to follow a lot of our passions, and that's a lot of the times that we get misguided. Because if you want to follow passion, man, I love Aventuk.
Vintuk is my passion.
I cannot be drinking 24 Vintuks every day. No, I'm kidding. I wish I could have like endurance, right? But I think that you have to find something that I think it's so hard, because you need to find something that you have a little bit of talent in, and also that you enjoy doing. That almost never aligns. Like even business is not about you being passionate. It's about the value that you bring to the marketplace, right? So like I believe like it's about like both. It's about, people say like there's the both, right? Like we all know I don't need motivation, I need discipline, right? I think it's both. I think it's both, man. I still watch like motivational videos, the same ones that I was watching also while I was swimming as a kid. The same pep talks that I give myself, the same like talks that I give to myself. It is just like swimming. The thing that swimming gave me, and being a professional swimmer, because that's how I was able to go to the US with a scholarship. Like the reason why I really swam properly, it was because my father said, Marco, Guatemala is not the place for you. Like he said to me, Marco, like you need to leave. Like it's like that. And the vehicle for you to leave is going to be swimming.
Incredible.
So I'm very close to my dad, super close. He's like one of my best friends, absolute legend, man. But he was the one that like pushed me in that sense. Even though like my family fought against communism in Guatemala, like there's pictures of my like the farm is being passed down for 8 generations already. But my father was like, Marco, like it looks like you are bigger than it looks like. So I believe that if you really wanna, for the people listening to this, I think that one of the best things to do is to find something that you can really like, man, it's hard to have a vision if you cannot pay your bills. Does it make sense? It's like you need to like be able to pay your bills, be able to be good, be able to have like that like 6 months of your bank accounts are good so you can pay your bills, and then you can start to do your passion. That's what I'm like leaning more towards that, because you need to provide for yourself. If that makes sense. If that makes sense.
100%. And I think what's interesting there is your father sitting you down and telling you can be more than this.
Yeah.
You can be great. So I did, like I said, I did a bunch of stuff in my youth that I was good at, and I quit for no reason. I quit for dumb reasons. And one thing I did was karate. And I was
great craft.
I was on the SA team to go to Worlds.
Oh wow! Okay.
Didn't end up going because I got injured and couldn't make it.
Shit.
And then the year after I left it. And there was a bunch of guys that were in my dojo with me that I was better than, that had more work ethic than. They went on to be world champions in black belt categories. And now I kind of look back and I say to myself, I wish my mom or dad would sit me down and be like, you can be good at this, keep on going. Because I feel there's something so beautiful to actually achieving your potential.
Yeah.
And actually being a big name. And it's props to your dad to recognize that. And obviously you get the toxic side of that as well. People have had the opposite end where the parents push them too hard.
Yeah, exactly.
And didn't work out. I'd rather live with the regrets that I tried and failed and it scarred me than live with the regret that I do now of I didn't give it a try.
Yeah.
You know. The other thing I want to talk about that you mentioned was that idea of just having a 3-bedroom house with a garden and a bucky. I think there's so much attention on more right now. And I think it drives people crazy. I think people want the billions, not the millions. And they want the 15-bedroom house, and they want to be Dan Bilzerian.
Yeah, exactly. They want to be Tate.
Yeah.
They want to be Tate. They want to be like Dan Bilzerian. They want to be like those senses. And I get it. There's a lot of ambition towards that, right? And I think that's when social media, right? Because I work in advertising, so you really understand the programming that is going on.
Yes.
And we even on the, like we were talking about it yesterday, because there was a lady from Namibia, absolute beautiful lady, very kind heart, like very good friends with my partner. And then like we were talking, I was like saying how the sexual marketplace has even like screwed things up on both sexes. And let's talk about the guy senses, because I'm not a chick.
I say that every time I record this as well.
Right? Like,
because I talk about dating a lot on the channel because I'm single and I'm trying to figure out how do I fix this problem.
Yeah. Hey, I know someone from Namibia.
No, but it's like the social media part of it has absolutely ruined not just the idea of like what your value is in the market, but also what the idea is of love. I think I did one of these podcasts where I read from this study that said, I can't remember the number now, but something like 80% of people believe that there's one true love for them out there.
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit.
That's a lie.
I don't think there's one true one for you. And the issue of thinking that there is one true one for you is that if there's any conflict in your current relationship or your current situationship, whatever you want to call it, you can say, I'm going to give up because it's obviously not my true love. But that's not the case. That could be your true love, but you have to make them your true love. You know. So I think that's a bit skewed. And I also think people forgot what average looks like.
Yeah, exactly, man.
People forgot what. And also, people think that looks are so much more important now because we've placed a lot of value on them. And I always tell people to do this exercise. Like, go to the if you think that like looks really matter when it comes to getting a partner, go to a supermarket and like stand there for like an hour or two and watch the couples that walk in.
Yeah.
And look at the guys. You can see they're not really that good looking.
And they have a 10 over 10, man. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And it's the opposite way around. Yeah, it's so crazy.
Oh, it's just an average looking person with an average looking partner.
Yeah.
But they're happy.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's much more important things to filter on that's not looks. But people have kind of lost that with social media and dating. And that's why I kind of like apps like what Jason's doing now. Like, for those of you that don't know, Jason's on a Sociable. It's an amazing app where you can meet people and build a sense of community. But like Sociable and Blom and even Thursday Dating was like getting people into a room. Because then, you pre-filter a little bit on looks because that determines who you're going to speak to and who you find interesting. when you actually talk to people, you start seeing that there's more to love than actual just looks. And I don't know if you've ever heard of the concept of a workplace plus two.
No, I have not.
So a workplace plus two is if you work with someone and say like outside of work they would have been a 5, because you work with them they're a 7.
Oh, wow. Okay, I see. Yeah.
And the reason that happens is so common is because the more time you spend with someone, the more you like their personality, the more you think they're attractive.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that clip from the interview of Augu. If you want to come onto the podcast, remember, all are welcome. Just fill in the form in the description and we'll see if we can have you on. If you want to watch the full podcast, click on the link here. If you want to watch anything else from the channel, click on the link here. Thanks for watching, guys.